Hello, hello, everybody. How you doing on this lovely December Tuesday? All right, it's been a while. And even though it's been a while, I'm going to ask you the one question we always love to ask for the Self-Care Check podcast is, do you care about your self-care? Yeah. All right. So being that we hear all the yes and none of the nays, and it's all right if you don't. It's all right. That's why we're here. We're here to lend you a hand. Help me, help you, help you, help me, help you. And the point of self-care and doing that and saying that is it takes one to teach one for one to know one. And to continue that on down the line. Because a lot of people be like, well, you can only lead a horse to the water. Well, you know what? You're right. And if you led that horse to the water, then that means the horse never knew water was there. So you still taught them something. You still passed something on. They'll always know the water there. That's the whole point of you just leading them. Nobody said you had to stay. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man a fish, you feed him for a lifetime. The object of both saying, or shall I say phrases, are choices in which you, the individual, hearing them, get to make. You have the right to be good. You have the right to be bad. You have the right to say that you're happy or the right to say that you're sad. The purpose in life is your choice. Do you want to be happy? Then show it, express it, deliver it, receive it. All of these things are taught things. And when they're being taught, they're usually being taught to you by the people that brought you into this world. Which brings us to the topic of our podcast, family and spiritual health. So for the quote of the day, it's the love in our family flows strong and deep, leaving us memories to treasure and keep. Which is why I was saying the things that I was saying. Because even family is going to be that person that leads you to the well. And they may teach you the wrong thing. Not intentionally, and then some things are intentionally. Out of love, I may unintentionally teach you something bad. And believing that what I'm about to teach you knowing is bad may, somewhere down the line in life, make you into a good person. Because we don't know how the outcome of life changes. The balances, the curves, the shift, the mind, the heart, it all changes. But it all starts from one place, the beginning, the root place of when it's being taught through family and spirituality. And with the help and the love of the holiday seasons. So we're going to get to the first question so I don't drag you too long or too deep down the hole. That can actually take us far on, which makes this the part one of this episode of family and spiritual health. So with our first question, for those that are following, it's, what is it like prioritizing both meaningful time with loved ones and your faith? And I'll break it down. What is it like to know, all right, I'm about to go be with everyone I love, but I know I also need to pray. How much time do I give to my family, and how much time do I give to my prayers? Like, how do you prioritize these things? Like, how do you do it? How does it make you feel? Somebody cut the light. Anyone, for the first question.
So, how do I explain this? I mean, you could pray anywhere. If you're going to spend time, like I like to, if I know I'm going, when I was going to work with my patients, I would always, before I got to the house or while I was driving, I would just let God, talk to God, let him pray over my hands and my mouth and my mind and, whatever part of me that I had to deal with that person, because you have to deal with people. And so I usually just ask God to cover me, make sure I say the right things, make sure I do the right things. And that pertains to even people you love, anybody, any type of situation you're going into with other people. You can just take a minute to pray to God. It doesn't have to be out loud. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It's just, God, thank you, or whatever you got going on in your head, and what you expect what you expect the outcome to be. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be, big or fancy. And if you want it that way, it could be. But as long as you take that time to give it, even if it's just 5 minutes to give to Him, I mean, it does make a difference. That's my skill.
Anyone else? How do you prioritize your time with loved ones and your faith?
Well, this question, as far as prioritizing, for me, like, when it comes to prayer and family, like, there's infinite room for both, so, like, I don't see where it's like a specific time to do this or a specific time to do that. It kind of, it's here. It's here. It depends on what's going on with the day and, what's going on with the month or the year. So I don't think it's a part of prioritizing a certain time, but we definitely need time for both. Without prayer, and I've lived a decent part of my life without prayer, and
How did that work? That part of your life that you lived without it.
It affected me tremendously. Like there wasn't a family bond, so to speak. I was a lost child in the beginning of my life. My early part of life, I was just ripping and running. I believed in God, but I wasn't praying to Him. I wasn't doing the appropriate things to exercise, to let Him know that my faith is up in Him. I just was running around like a loose cannon, so to speak. But once I reached that point where I found out how, praying has a stronger significance for my life than than without praying. Each time I just, and it's not even really something that I can explain. I just felt it. Like I could feel my Holy Spirit kicking up, at certain times, but I can't set a certain time. It's like, I don't know, you just, when it's like an intuition thing,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take maybe one more person on a question. I see we got someone that just came in. If they want to pass me the paper, or I'll read it. But our first question was, what is it like prioritizing both meaningful time with loved ones and your faith? All right, I'll go. I'll go. No, you answered perfectly to what you gave. Um, because everyone's interpretation of prioritization is different, and most of that strains from how we would prioritize, how the prioritizing of why prayer is important, family time is important, coming together is important. All of that is being taught from the root, and how we carry on with it on our own shows it. Now, how you answered it, it's not wrong. You answered with the ability in which you was given, by the upbringing of the best of what our parents knew. You feel what I'm saying? Like our parents only knew what they knew. We had to learn what they did not, and we had to adjust. That's why if you didn't have the opportunity to come to your parents and let them know of the adjustments that needed to be adjusted for the gatherings, the prayer. Like mom might have been praying this way, and then you probably read John 2 verse 11 different and caught something and say, hey mom, I don't think that was right. And maybe she'll take it on a spiritual level because you spent that time together reading that book. And I'm getting there for one reason, because we all shout that we are people of spiritual understanding, but yet we keep shouting for outward understanding to understand us in word. That's wrong. That's not tier 1. Tier 1 is assurance in yourself and self-discovery from what is outward by showing what's inside. Now, when you are neglected from what is being shown inside, it isn't you bring that frustration out on. Though you take that energy and you use it as fuel to grow, to be educated in what they did not know. That's how you grow. That's how the love and faith grows. That's how the love and family grows, whether they are blood or not, because we are family. We've been working here more hours than we spend at home with our actual family of blood. But we are family, because I literally spend more time here with you guys than I spend at home. And I love you guys, and I'm saying this because I love you. And I love me because I see you love me too. So I love you. So let's keep the spirit of cheer and continue to pray together. Because
it felt good to walk around this building and pray.
Sure
Because I know what walked in this building. I know what walked
out this building. I know what can change you if you come in here and be willing to change yourself. That's why I said, help me, help you, help you, help me, help you. Yes. So we're going to move on to question number 2, because this is for you. Question number 2. Which spiritual traditions bring you to the holiday nostalgia? What of your spiritual belief brings you into a joy of the holiday spirit? Something that you do, something you by yourself or with family. Anything. What brings you to the spiritual holiday nostalgia?
I'm sorry, even though it's not normal, it is not normal to do these certain things and spend time with family. Spending time with family is, I feel like, one of the first tier of spirituality, because if you don't spend time with your family, how would you even, how would that even come apart? What's the whole point of the holiday?
Yeah.
What's the whole point of everything if you're not actually intrigued to even spending time with your own family?
Even with, it's not a holiday.
Even though it's not even a holiday.
Or a birthday.
Birthday. Just spirituality in general is connecting with another human being with what you think.
Thank you. What's your name?
Angelus.
Angelus?
Angelus, yes, sir.
Okay, Angelus. Thank you.
That right there came from the heart with assurance, because that's something that you're searching for. That's something that you're pulling out. You feel what I'm saying? You can only speak the things that you are living, because when you're not living what it is that you're speaking, it tells on itself. Nobody got to dig for it. You show it. If you real, you don't got to say it. When you got love, you show it. You ain't trying to, oh, I love her. Oh, girl, I love him. But you ain't got no pictures with him. Ooh, girl, I love him. Well, why you ain't got no kids about him? Or her? Huh? I mean...
it's time to build. We don't need pictures and stuff, because we got to build stuff to know if it's going to be a situation later on.
And I believe somebody else as well. You're building with somebody else. You're connecting body and mindfully wise on somebody else.
No, who?
I'm gonna just leave it there.
I want to throw something out in the audience as well as the viewers. Something I heard over the time before as this podcast was being put together. I heard Cat Williams say that people say that they got God, but they're not God driven, and especially when those people are speaking about relationships. How can you want somebody and you're a person of God? Like, how can you want, you hear what I'm saying? You want somebody in your life to love you, nurture you, be there for you, all of the beauty that comes with a relationship. But you have yet to form any of them things with whom you say you belong to. So maybe that's why it doesn't work. How can I form a relationship if I don't understand relationship? How can I understand the holidays if I don't ever take a vacation? I can't enjoy the understanding of what work ethics is if I don't get out there to work. Somebody say that again. Gotta go get it. Yes. Like it's like the spirit of the holiday. Some people like, oh man, the spirit is here. I'm about to go what? Get a gift. This whole year went by. I'm gonna exclude that one day. So you mean out of 364 days, that one day you thought about a gift? Or better yet, 363 days, because I gotta include the birthday. You thought of me twice. Maybe I should throw in Valentine's. 362 days, and you thought of me 3 times. You know?
All the time. I mean, that's love and care, but I'm not buying you gifts all year round.
They ain't no love.
No. I'm not saying you have to give me a gift all the time. They say the spirit is the thought, right? And the thought is within the spirit. So why don't we just be givingly all the time? That's really all I'm getting. I'm not trying to bash anything or like that. I'm just saying we should just honestly give at all times. Not saying I have to honestly always give money, always honestly give a gift. Just, I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you an ear. I'm being a vent for you. I might be any and everything that somebody may need. I might not be everything, but I may be one of the everything somebody need for that moment and that time. And that is very significant in itself. Because when you're with family on holidays, what are we doing? We're talking. We're sharing the times. Remember that time you got beat? You ran. Remember, she told you to go get that switch. Or so-and-so dropped the turkey. You know, it's funny moment, like family gathering things. You know, just you. Yesterday I got out. I ran to go tell family to continue driving for the funeral. If you know how funerals are, you stay as one group. So somebody didn't know the etiquette of staying in the group, so they stopped because it's all red light. I got out the car to tell them to keep going. The light turned green. As soon as it turned green, I went to go turn around, but my shoes were like butter knives. So I kept going and did a James Brown in the street. And yes, we got to the grave site, and no, nobody was talking about the funeral. They was talking about me busting it in the street. But so in a funeral line, it was a busting at the funeral. But that's something that my family gonna be talking about for a long time.
You came out of your shoes. Oh man, did I?
I gotta throw away a shoe. That's how bad that busing was. $35 too at Burlington Coat Factory, some nice brown. Huh? Nah. The coloring came out. The shoe, the way it's at on the side, the shoe was like brown, like Bobby hat. Now it's gray with a hole. So yeah, I don't know how the brown turned gray, or how fast I was moving, but I was moving. Yeah, I slid forward though. I slid forward like James Brown.
Oh, dropping down?
Watch it.
Yeah.
No, not your James Brown.
Get down.
But yes, I busted and yeah. So anybody else for this? Which spiritual traditions bring you holiday nostalgia?
So for me, the holidays is like you said about family. So at this point, when these holidays come, presents are good, but people's presence at the event is the most important thing. Because what happens is, like you said, we don't get the chance to see a lot of these people throughout the year. So on these holidays, unfortunately, sometimes we have family members that drink or do other things and they cause a ruckus. So what I try to bring is that when I start seeing those people that's, out of order, try to keep them back, bring them back in order to keep the peace, because we only doing this once a year.
Yeah.
So, and it seems like there's always somebody that's ready to disrupt the normal of the gathering. So what I try to do is be a peacemaker and a peacekeeper throughout the holidays. Because let's be for real, a lot of alcohol. There's a lot of alcohol. And we started off with the eggnog or whatever it is, and we juice that up. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing, you know what I'm saying? And then we go to, when I was active, after I shook all the gifts under the tree, you know what I'm saying? To see which ones that I thought had the most money that I could sell. You know what I'm saying? After I did that, when I was using, then I disappeared. Thank God I don't have to do that no more today. Thank God I can stay and be a part of the gathering. And there's a difference because, you know how we go somewhere and be like this? Can't wait for it to be over? Well, I'm no longer doing that. When I go to the holiday things now, I'm enjoying all the time that I'm spending there, and it's not like can't wait to get out of here, so. And the other good thing of it is I never have it at my house, so I don't got to keep it.
Give that man a clap. He said he went from being the Grinch to having a heart. But that's a story in itself. The family ain't the ones that love you enough to talk about it that way will never forget it. Like, yo, remember Uncle Bobby? Look at him there. He brought you a gift, didn't he? He brought it straight to you. Let's get to this final and beautiful question for this lovely podcast. Man. It's the last question usually be like the holidays. The last question usually be like the holidays gatherings with family. Be like when you know it's about to come to an end, and you don't want to see that funkle or that fun aunt. How would you say aunt? Fun aunt? I don't know. I know funkle's a fun uncle. I don't know how to do fun aunt. I don't know. It might sound wrong. I'm just saying auntie. It's auntie. You got auntie and funkles, right? And you got them that cousin that when they there, that's when the party really lit. When all them people getting ready to go and leave, that's like for me one of the best parts, but the most crushing parts, because it's like I don't want to wait another year to see you again. I don't want to wait another year. Just come over tomorrow. So, for this last question, how does family prayer help through the holiday season? Like, how does praying together with all those people I just mentioned, how does it help you through the holiday?
A stable household, praying with everybody within your side, your family. I believe it's healing, it's calming. It's of course spiritual because of course you're doing it with everybody that you care about, everybody that's your blood, your that shares the same thing that you share, of course. So of course you guys are sharing some type of connection as well. So that's one of my reasons why I think it kind of helps me, because you kind of connect with the family that you should be connecting with more on the holidays.
Thank you. Anyone else?
And I'll tell you one thing, because I see them grandkids all summer. But the winter, I might see them once or twice a week. Like tonight, gonna be Sunday. But I don't see them in the winter like that. So when we all come together, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday, his birthday, their birthday, because it's all a lot
I know
of
how that
us is, yeah, we just had that. But I see it, you know, as a joy, because when my mom was living, I don't care how small mommy apartment is, she invited everybody to dinner. And everybody went. What time you go? All right, we're going to come after you, because ain't nowhere to sit. But everybody going. I mean, we standing up eating, and now mom's not here. So now I'm doing it.
Matriarch.
Yeah, and you know, I try, and I don't have the rooms. I don't do it there, but I cook and have it at your house. That's what I've been doing lately, you know. But in search, you know, because I really would like to do, you know, that little around the table, bring it back. The grandkids sitting at the table at least, because it's 10 of them. There's enough of them to fill a table up.
Got 2 separate teams playing against each other.
They gonna be all right, guys. Good.
Thank you for coming, fella.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you know, I don't know where to be this year, but it's just the joy of being around all of them and seeing where I'm gonna have it. So I can also have my dad here, because he's still there fussing and you know getting on everybody from the kids on to the adults. But everybody understand, because that's pop. That's it.
Vibrate. I'm glad it was the end of the podcast, though. But everybody that's watching, viewers, right here, whenever you viewed this, I'm glad that you viewed it. I pray that you gain something from it. I pray that you pass on the message of which you gained for your resolve. And to just remember one last thing. Do you care about yourself, kid? Yeah.